All right, so someone suggested that I should take a look at a game called Vertical. Now, this is just like normal Wordle. Now, I thought it was like normal Wordle, but you put your guesses vertically instead of horizontally, which seems kind of silly, but it's actually more interesting than that. So if I look at the instructions, so you're guessing vertically, like the word weary here, and then pills, and then vague, just like the example words in normal Wordle. But here's the trick. So you're guessing them vertically, but it's still giving you the clues horizontally like normal Wordle. So in weary here, the green A means that the A is in the first position. And the yellow Y means the Y is in the word, but not in the first position. Likewise, in pills, the P and the L are telling you there's a P and an L in the answer word, but not in the second position. So you're guessing vertically, but it's still coloring it. So your first guess, it's only telling you about the first position. And your second guess, it's only telling you about the second position, if that makes sense. So I think it sounds really interesting. And so in the example here, they say, the answer was amply, and they say to make sure you understand why it couldn't be apply. Because if you're just doing weary, pills, vague, apply would work, because we haven't guessed a P in the second position. But pills is the second column, so they're saying that there's no P in the second position, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyways, I'm excited to try it. We'll see how this goes. So I don't know what the best way to start is. I'm just gonna go back to my old standby of nasty. It looks really nasty, no, really weird doing it vertically. Okay, so there's an A and a Y in the word, but they are not in the first position. Okay. So what's interesting about this is, let's say, we probably think the Y is in the last position, right? That's the most likely place for a Y. But guessing a word with a Y at the end doesn't really do us any good unless we think it's the actual answer, right? So I'm not sure. I guess it'd be good to guess an A, potentially, because the A could be the second letter. Maybe just new letters is the way to go. I don't know. Get all the letters and then anagram? That's another theory, I suppose. So let's just follow up with Euler. Why not? Okay, so the E is second. So it's good that I didn't guess an A second, really. Now, only because we ended up with the E. But we know the A is in second. So there's an A, an L, a Y. The E is second. So, it could be something like leafy would work. Question is, now that's not necessarily a bad guess, because if it's wrong, it's still letting us check a new position for the A, the L, and the Y. And since we have 4 of the letters, right, since we know 4 of the letters, if we don't get a green on this guess, then we know the third letter is a new letter that we haven't used yet. And we will also know the L is first in that situation, because it means the A and the Y have to be at the end. But I think this has a decent chance of being right, so I'm gonna go ahead and guess leafy. Okay, so we got the position of the A. I still think the Y is at the end. Now the L is either first or fourth. If it's L-E-A something Y, leaky? Be leaky. Well, I guess what this does is, again, it's a possibility. And if the L, if we don't get an L or a Y as green, then the L is at the beginning and the Y is last. And this letter has to be something else that we haven't guessed yet. Because at this point, the only way the L could be at the end is if the Y is fourth. So we're gonna have to either get a green, I'm gonna go with leaky. That might be the answer too. Ooh, it's not leaky. Interesting. So the L is there, the Y is last, so it's something E-A-L-Y. Oh, mealy. It's probably mealy, isn't it? I bet that's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna guess mealy. Oh, so that was the answer. Okay, that was the answer. All right, I was confused because it was all yellows, but that makes sense because it's still coloring them the other way. So, okay, so the answer is mealy, E-A-L-Y. But it's interesting that it doesn't really tell me. I guess it popped up and told me I got it, but otherwise it feels like it should give me all greens or somehow put it horizontally or something. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. But the point is, really interesting. It makes you think about it a different way. You know, your strategy has to be a little bit different. So very cool. So that's vertical. If you'd like to try it yourself, link in the description, of course, like always. Let me know how you did with, is this a daily? I don't even know if this is a daily puzzle. Yeah, it says new word in 10 and a half, almost 11 hours. So it must be a daily puzzle. So let me know how you did with today's vertical, and be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles.